Welcome to Plot Off the Press. Today we're going to go through our good movie, Twister, with the 1996 Twister.
Good movie? Good movie? No, good movie. We're going to go through the movie,
Okay,
Twister.
maybe. 1996 movie by John DeBlunt.
Who did a bunch of other terrible movies.
Who liked Speed.
Okay, we'll see, but still, if you're at the core of it, this is stupid movie.
Speed 2,
But,
The
okay.
Haunting, and Laura Croft, Cradle of Life.
Awful movie. Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. Fuck that movie. The Haunting had some potential, still is a piece of trash. Speed 2, they went, what can we do bigger and better besides a bus? Cruise ship? Are you fucking kidding me? They might as well have like bingo balls, and it was just like, all right, so we do a spaceship, cruise ship, submarine.
Catch them all. So anyway, hi, I'm Taylor. This is Carter. He's the one complaining, and this is Kate.
Hello. Complaining, telling you how it is.
Whoa!
Your internet
Kidding.
sucks balls.
Shut up.
Did you not fix it?
You could suck my balls. It looks
If
fun.
I could find them.
Whoa.
So I will say before we get too far in, we are up on YouTube again. Woo, YouTube! We're doing good.
I did.
So let's jump
Yeah.
right in. IMDb gives this one a 6.4 out of 10. Let's go around the room. Casey, are you in agreement?
I gave it a 6.8. I think it's rewatchable. I've watched it a lot. And we talked a few minutes ago about the effects, other than the effects in the very beginning. But I think the effects are still good, years later. Like the tornadoes, the twisters, if you will. They still looked fucking cool. And the cow going. I mean, I thought it still looked good. But I'm not a director or anything like that.
Well, it
Just saying.
You
I
should.
thought it still looked cool.
I didn't know if he had like a side job or something like that. Like,
I wish.
you picked up a couple extra shifts
This
at
is my
Perkins,
side job.
directing a movie. Wow. I didn't,
Not a lot of twisters in that. Well,
if we can
Let
do it, but
all red.
it's called Latino.
This movie. How about that? I enjoyed this movie. And 6.8.
Carter?
Final answer.
Okay. It's 5.5. Again, I enjoy the movie, but
Rewatchable?
I've seen it 100 times. Can't help it. But I mean, again, we always hark back to, I'm old. So, but yeah, I guess. But doesn't mean just because it's rewatchable in the sense that do I rewatch it because I'm like, ooh, I really want to watch this movie again because I love it. No, it's rewatchable. It doesn't make me want to. It doesn't give me a nosebleed because I hate it so much. The pace. They do have some good characters, but I mean, they're storm chasers, and there's just so much dumb shit about it. It killed me, but I give you the special effects, turn the volume up, and it's like a ride. Like I like the movie Starship Troopers. It's a terrible fucking movie. I mean, it's a terrible fucking movie. But like I said, it's like a ride. Like this is like I can see Universal Studios having the Twister roller coaster / 3D ride or something like that. That's
the only thing I would
that's
say
what's
to that
about
is
it. But
we got to remind ourselves that this is an opinion show, so your rating needs to be what you think of the movie. Like, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm with Casey here. It's not super great, but I've rewatched it so many times, and that's got to be for a reason, right?
No. It gets a 4 because of the effects. It gets 3/10 of a point for something we'll have to talk about a little bit. Do it like Helen Hunt, and then the characters are fun, but they have no depth or anything like to Philip Seymour Huff. I mean, like the whole time she might as well have put like a Cheech and Chong bullet in his mouth the whole time. I mean, just like, what's up, man? I'm playing fucking, and then the rabbit who's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's very like fold the maps, and so all he does is go, no, you go this way, you go this way, and he's just very controlling. And then you got a couple of the other science nerds that are just the same way, and then Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. It's just. And the way the story goes, she's all about why the fuck she has this obsession. And I know it kind of gets into it, but like what her obsession is getting closer to tornadoes after it killed her dad. You think she'd be kind of scared or timid. She somehow was like,
you don't know her
certain
mind.
death. And she doesn't. Oh, I'm not saying that I do, because I,
Hey, we all know women are crazy.
But hold on now. I'm not saying like I'm a woman like you are. But
noted.
Yeah, this shit crap. Whatever.
Who's your favorite character? You got a favorite character? Do you care?
I have a favorite character and all that. I mean, I guess it's got to be Philip Seymour Hoffman. Because he didn't seem like he was on that much heroin while he did it. I don't know. I did like a lot of the. This is there's a bunch of characters for a little bit. Everyone has a little bit of time here and there. I don't know. I like Cary Elwes being the bad guy because he's just a raging dickhead. Bill Paxton is very likable, but name me one movie that Bill Paxton isn't likable in. He's even a douchebag in True Lies, and he's still fucking likable.
Oh, there's the movie he's in.
Probably Bill Paxton's biggest role.
That's the only one I can think of in a movie that.
Is it Aliens? Is it Aliens he's in?
Game over, man.
And he says "man" like 1,000 times. It's so fucking annoying.
Yep.
He's not likable in that one.
I might be mistaken. I didn't actually look it up. But is this the only movie that he's the leading role in that you know of? One I can think of. I mean, there's a TV show, Big Love, but I think it's the only one that he wasn't a supporting character.
Off the top of my head, I think so.
Again, someone will prove us wrong after they get.
I'm really fucking tired of. I put all these videos up and nobody's put a single fucking comment. All this work that we put into this.
Yeah, non-common and motherfucker, condescend me, man. What?
I don't. He was in U57. Mighty Joe Young, wasn't he? He was kind of.
Okay, so that doesn't count. And it's a big gorilla movie, like it's a knockoff of King Kong. And is that the one with Charlize Theron or whatever her name is?
I don't think it's Charlie.
I think so.
Hold on.
But anyway, regardless, well then look it up. But I'm just saying,
it probably is.
I do really like Bill Paxton. In this movie, I like Bill Paxton.
Is Apollo 13?
He's not Tom Hanks' leading role. I mean, don't get me wrong. The supporting cast: him, Kevin Bacon, Gary Sinise, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I'm with Tom Hanks. It's his best role to me. I really liked him in this movie. He was very likable, but he had a lot more substance here than he normally gets. I would agree. It's Dusty. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's my favorite. It's just because he plays such a wily character.
He's the comic relief. And then once every now and again he says something that's poetic, but I mean it's just like, yeah, man, like a stoner would say. It's like, man, that's deep, man, deep. Yeah, like whoa, but yeah, he's just so goofy the whole time. But he plays it very well. You got a guy that before he won an Academy Award, I believe, right, or was at least nominated. You got a guy that was going to go on to be a serious actor who really played the shit out of being a fucking stoner. It's like, if somebody from the movie Dazed and Confused went on to win fucking Academy Awards, you'd have been like, I don't remember when that dude was fucking Slater smoking a bong the whole movie, and that's Phil Seymour Hoffman. Hoffman.
Your favorite character?
It's got to be Bill Paxton. Come on.
It's very likable. Not a bad choice. Don't look at me like that. Like I'm not judging.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Okay, well then we're getting into that. Remember, we're still married, but okay.
Well, he's dead, so there's that.
Oh well, it sounds like you'd still fuck him. The fuck Paul's to the bedroom. No, I'm kidding.
He's a good-looking guy. He's got 2 women after him. I mean, basically.
That's something I was going to talk about a little bit later. But yeah,
he knows what he's talking about. He's a little dangerous.
Oh, he's a little dangerous, is he?
Mm-hmm. And as we talked about a moment ago,
Jesus.
I mean, Bill Paxton just seems like a good guy. Like, you just like him.
Like, yeah, I think my wife wanted to blow him in the Dodge Ram, apparently. Okay, he's a little...
No, I was like 12 when that happened.
Well, I didn't mean when you were 12, you were going to at least wait 5 years till you were legal in Tennessee, Texas.
Well, I'm just saying, he's a
Oklahoma or in Texas. The age of consent, Alabama, so you could have blown him in 3 years. It would have been 15, and you could have blown him in that...
No, I'm just saying he's
so dangerous.
He's a very likable character.
With the Twisters, he gets blown all the time.
Oh! Blown away! Different movie, but you know.
Which we've also reviewed. So listen to that on Spotify before we got all high tech and did videos. But yes. But also, I'd like to give a little shout out though that sorry, residual laugh. I apologize. Now, Helen Hunt is very good in this movie, but I mean, like Helen Hunt's just very solid. Is she the best character? No, I don't think so. But she's very good in this movie. Also, she's really good. But I mean, you tell me a movie that Helen Hunt's not good in, and I'll tell you a movie that went straight to DVD. Or wait, yeah, she's not good in it, then it went straight to DVD. But I can't think of. That's a bad movie. It's a bad movie with her.
I do like Helen Hunt.
She's good in the movie, but it's a bad movie. She's not, well, maybe I blocked it out. Maybe I'm sorry, Helen Hunt. I was trying to take up for you, but I think he actually might have me on that one.
Holy shit!
That yeah, she might be.
I'd say
such a stupid movie.
But I already got it. I'm on it.
Today, buddy.
So let's talk about. Well, I'm hip deep in bourbon. Like we had a little bit of extra time before we started today, and after I got home, so I was like, "Hey, screw it," you know. So favorite scene and
shut.
Stop.
Favorite scene, and I'll kick this one off today. So my favorite scene is it's got to be that initial storm chasing scene, like where he's trying to get the divorce paper signed, and then all of a sudden he's in the car with him, and it's just like exciting, really quick. And then they get stuck under the little bridge in her yellow truck, and there's just so many things there to unpack. I really enjoy that. Carter.
No, go Casey Carter. What's your favorite scene?
Well, when they are, I think they're in his truck at this point, and it's the sister tornado. And that's when the cow goes.
The twins.
Yeah, the twins. I think they call them sister tornado. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just
yeah.
Twins.
And it kind of goes well, and then it's the whole cow thing.
Yeah.
Cow, another cow. Nope, that's the same cow.
Which I think might be the most.
It's fun.
I don't think this movie has any quotable lines that would, I know we do best quote. Let me get ahead, but I think that's the most memorable line of the movie is cow. No, I think that's the same cow of the movie right now.
I do have a quote. My favorite one for the movie was where they're pulling Aunt May out of the house, and she says, "No, I'll drive myself to the hospital." And then he leans in and says, "Honey, your car's in a tree around the corner."
There you go. Yeah, which is such a bad scene when they pull her out of the house. It's so stupid. So incredibly stupid.
What's your favorite?
We'll get there. I'm sorry, but I mean, also I like Aunt May's line. She's like, "Hey, Aunt May, where'd you go?"
I think she's Aunt Meg.
May, whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. Saying. It's okay.
In her name, Aunt Meg. I thought it was Meg.
Okay.
Y'all are Spider-Man world.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Uncle Tom. How about that? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so when she goes, he goes, "Where'd you go?" When Rabbit goes, "Where'd you get all this beef from?" She goes, "Did you see my cows out front when you pulled in?" He goes, "No." She goes, "Oh." Okay. I think it. Again, I gave this movie a low rating. I guess any favorite scene is anything with the tornadoes. Because, yes, the one you're talking about is really cool, and I do like it when they get into the ditch. But at the same time, though, it's like, why the fuck did he get off the road to get in the ditch that runs right next to the parallel to the fucking road?
But she told him to.
Yeah, but it still doesn't make any fucking sense why he would do it, because it does. The road's not going fucking anywhere.
And
then that, and it's not a ditch; it's actually a road to access. He didn't know that.
But how about that? A road you can.
They were going to pull down there and then pull up into the field.
Okay, so we're overthinking this. I understand, which is what I usually do.
And Helen Hunt told him to do it, and he was like, "Okay,
we'll see." Here's the deal. First off, he's driving. He's male. She's a female. Don't tell me where to go, fucking bitch. I mean,
he's trying to win her back.
He's not trying to win her back. He's trying to get her to fucking sign the divorce papers and chase a fucking tornado at the same time.
To be balls deep again. Like he was totally. The other girl was really hard. He couldn't even see her. He wasn't even thinking about her.
Not at that time. He didn't want to get balls deep.
Disagree.
Watch the fucking movie again.
I just watched it last night.
Well, you didn't watch it fucking hard enough.
He has an ex like that, and then he's got a girl that he's trying to marry. Like he is trying to get both of them together. It's not like he's fusing one or the other. Like in the back of his mind, it's always like, man, I've got an imagination, but both could be possible. We can chase.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, yeah. I would say. Okay, so you obviously had a dream about Twister last night, and it was about tornadoes. Okay, but it did happen somewhere in rural Kansas or some shit.
He got nothing else to do.
Anywho, the driving scene with the Twister, still dumb. But I think I guess the best scene is it. And I know I generalized this a couple times because I can't really pick it out because there's. Any scene with a fucking tornado in it then. How about that? That's what I'm going with. Because the movie's called Twister, and then other than the fact when there's a tornado coming or happening, the movie's fucking boring. But you can't have 24/7 tornado in it, but I mean, you know what I mean. So, yeah,
They did almost die like 5 times in one day.
5 times? 5 times? It's more than that.
So casting. What are we doing about casting? Are we getting rid of anybody?
I got a good one.
I did. Go for it. No.
I told you about last night, and I was like, don't you steal it.
I didn't fucking...
All right, so I've got 2, but my main one, and if y'all aren't with me on this, I don't even know what to say.
I feel like you're yelling, but okay.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm being set up.
I'm getting excited.
I can tell. Don't slide out of the chair. Don't get that excited.
Come on.
That's what I was trying to tell you not to do.
Anywho, we got to get rid of that golden retriever.
Yeah,
that golden retriever needs to be replaced by either a border collie or an Australian shepherd that are real farm dogs. Golden retriever, not a farm dog.
Farmer.
Labrador, man. How about a Labrador?
Why do you have like a Mexican accent?
Because that's how he says it in this movie Cheech Chong. He's like Labrador, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That border collie, if there were a border collie, you wouldn't have needed them to come in the house to rescue Aunt Meg. It is Meg. I looked it up. Border Collie would have had her out there anyway. I mean, just saying.
Okay.
And then I have one more.
Don't you talk about the Bulldog?
No, she's great. Like she got her staples out. She's doing amazing.
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture of her. She's sleeping.
Yeah, she's got her math grade up from a C to a B this 6 weeks. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Well,
she's going to public school. So
yeah, but we got her a tutor. She's exactly.
Love it. So the girl that Bill Paxton was engaged to, she's supposed to be Southern, has a terrible Southern accent. So I wanted to replace her with someone who could maybe do a Southern accent and was about the same age. So I replaced her with Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock or Sandra?
I'm calling her Sandra today.
Sandra today, because I'm thinking it's Aunt May or Aunt Meg, but maybe it's Sandra.
She can do more of a Southern accent than that girl.
Can she now?
I was just embarrassed for her with her terrible Southern accent.
Well, she went from there. She went from Lost Boys to there.
Yeah.
There's movies
people just, we've talked about it before numerous times. People just cannot do a Southern accent.
They either go way over the top or they don't do it enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's just,
so those were mine. Taylor, did you have any?
I thought. Well, first off, I thought we could replace his fiance, just kind of like you. I was actually looking at Charmed, and I was thinking about the women there. So either Holly Marie Combs or Shannon Doherty. Not Alyssa.
Okay,
I know. Right?
I think Alyssa Milano is too young.
She would have shanked the Twister halfway through the movie, and the movie would have been over. The Twister would have bled out, and
but
she'd at least bitched at it till it went away.
Fun.
Whoa! You and these boners that you keep having, you having tornado boners. What's going on? Do you get?
He might need to rethink his birthday gift.
I was about to say, do you jerk off the channel? What's going on? High pressure front coming in. And now there's precipitation and never mind. And Friday.
Whoa.
Too far.
The other one, Fraggles, but okay.
Carter.
Is my brother here?
No, right? No, but I like to hit.
One of the guys' names was Corey. So anyway, Carter, are you changing anybody out?
Yeah, I would.
You said you didn't. You weren't.
I know I didn't say. I know I said I wasn't going to. I've done it. I recast Bill Paxton just because I could. And so, you know what? I went the Tombstone route. Now, a lot of the guys in Tombstone, so I could see Michael being Bill Paxton. He wouldn't have been as charming.
What's his name?
Bill Paxton.
Okay.
He wouldn't have been as charming, but I could see Val Kilmer doing Bill Paxton's role. At that point in time, Val Kilmer wasn't.
I think he was still good at that year.
Yeah. I can definitely see Val Kilmer.
He kind of fell off the face of the planet there for a while.
I think it would have been a nice change to see Michael Biehn, try
to
be kind of.
I mean, speaking of Tombs, I just want to see Sam Elliott selling some
aliens.
Sam Elliott.
Who?
I mean,
I love Sam Elliott.
To be honest with you, I mean, also, like I said,
I mean, Sam Elliott's been 100 for the last 50 years.
Anybody from Tombstone? I mean, I could have seen Kurt.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Sam Elliott's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is he? 500?
No, he's just had gray hair since he was 41.
But he's looked the same in the last 25 years, honestly.
Well, exactly, because he's had gray hair for 5 years.
And he's got the greatest voice.
He was in.
Oh my God!
He was in
the other one.
Cassidy in 1969. That was his debut. He's born in 44, so he's 80.
Wyatt, I just want to tell you, don't talk to me no more, Wyatt.
I love hearing him talk commercials. Just sing me to sleep, sir.
Yeah.
Well, he's got.
Well, I mean, I think about Roadhouse, and that movie's old.
Hurts, don't it? Hurts.
Yeah. I mean, he was old in that movie, and that's been probably 30 years ago now.
But he's got that voice like how Frankie G has the voice. Still, it's Frankie G is someone we know. He's not famous, but
he might be.
I still have always wanted to do Frankie G audiobooks. Like, I'm going to read you The Firm by Tom Clancy.
I would love it so much.
Not Tom. John Grisham, excuse me. And we're going to do The Firm, and you're going to pour yourself a 3-finger helping, not a helping, helping of bourbon.
One of my favorite things ever was I was sitting at Easton one day, and Frankie G decided to explain to us all step-by-step instructions on how to make strudel.
White beans.
Or no, what's the German? No, where you pound the meat.
I think Germans. I think they kill people. I don't know about any.
It involves a human oven, I believe. So hold on, wait, no.
Bagels.
What can I think of it?
Streusel?
Fuck, I don't know, but it was hilarious. He just kept going for like 20 or 30 minutes in this shit.
Well, again, hey, Taylor, I'll tell you what, or I tell you one thing. This is the best recipe I have ever had.
It's like
I mean, come on.
I know we're going a little off. I just want to say this one thing.
White beans.
My favorite story about Frankie G was, and I wasn't even there.
I'm gonna have to cut.
That's how good it was. Carter. Yes. So Carter has to go to a lot of grocery stores, and he does a bunch of errands for the restaurant. And of course, everyone that's listening, of course, he's a chef as well. So he went to the Kroger in Germantown, Tennessee, and it was a weekday morning, and he's
probably Tuesday
morning, and he is doing his shopping, and he hears a familiar voice several aisles over.
One aisle over, but in frozen food, I am the only person on the aisle, and I go.
Well, because we knew. So Frankie had told us about how he couldn't find this one Mexican Hungry Man meal.
Tres Amigos.
Yeah, you heard me correctly. A Hungry Man meal. Carter's over like an aisle or two, and he hears Frankie.
One aisle.
He hears Frankie talking to the manager about this Hungry Man meal.
And so I stop and I close the door and I'm like, and I hear, well, see, what it is it's a Hungry Man Tres Amigos meal, okay? And you can get it in Covington, Tennessee, up near where my brother lives, but it's got one enchilada, one tamale, and I went, Frankie G?
And he was like, Carter?
And he went, huh?
And I just that's a thing that lives rent-free in my head.
Because he said Carter. He said Carter because Frankie G.
Can't you just picture Frankie just looking up and going, Carter?
And he might have looked up. I couldn't see through it, but maybe I couldn't see through the. He might have looked up. I don't know. I was looking up. I think
about it all the time.
Frankie G is one of the few people on the planet when he talks to me, I talk just like this back to him. It's like he's talking into a mirror, and
he never says anything.
Oh, he's just tickled shitless about it. I mean, he just thinks it's hilarious. I hadn't even seen him in a long time, but I think the best compliment on that is when I do Frankie G. The best ever I have ever had is when Alan Carter looked at me and goes, oh, you do a better Frankie G than Frankie G. So, shout out to Mr. Gaskins. Love you, buddy. Nothing but respect, even though mock you to
that watches these videos, you're gonna get a kick out of that whole sequence there because it's just, like I can picture the happening in my head.
Well, me and Bear were at the house. Bear's his dog. We were listening. We were on YouTube watching Taylor and Carter and Casey. I just got tickled shitless.
It's great. Okay. That's my favorite story.
But back on track. What were you even talking about? I don't even remember.
Anyway, so director. So we were talking about this earlier. This guy did Speed 2, and a couple other things. Do we want to talk about? I don't want to talk about director. Let's just fucking skip that.
Because he did. We kind of touched on it. I touched on it earlier. It's like nothing great, even though I can watch Speed a bunch of times. But really, at the end of the day, it's really a dumb movie.
Then Carter, plot holes. Just hit me with whatever bullshit you want to talk about.
Oh, bullshit! I want to talk about. Well, in the potholes, like I told you about the scene where Aunt
Meg
is in the house. How they get there before anybody else? Emergency workers and the house collapsed.
The emergency workers are busy.
I'm aware of that, but still, it's just like they get there, but there's so much stupid shit in it. So like they've been chasing tornadoes all day, and they go, let's relax and go to a drive-in movie. And then a fucking tornado shows up out of nowhere, and they're like, there was no warning. You didn't go far away from where there's been fucking tornadic activity all fucking day long.
A tornado didn't show up. A twister did.
Okay, so anyway, but again, she's
this really. We're on today,
man. Really, again, aside from all the dumbass fucking not anyone dying, they get driving towards the F5 at the end. Which I'll just talk about this. How about that? Now all the best scenes are tornadoes scenes, but they are still ridiculously stupid. So they're driving towards the F5. It's daylight. It's daylight right now. Like, that's daylight right there. And then all of a sudden, it gets kind of cloudy, hail, or rain, then hail, then debris.
Hold on.
And then
that's how that actually works.
Hold on. They drive to the F5. They run away from a fucking tornado. They run away to a cornfield.
What you just described is actually how it works with tornadoes. Like, it could be sunny, and then 20 minutes later, a tornado's coming through.
I'm aware of that, but when you're driving 85 miles an hour into it, it happened awful rapidly. And then they were kind of surprised about it also, regardless. Anyway, again, this giant, so they're just like, hey man, let's just go chill out at the fucking drive-in movie.
No.
All the chasers.
They weren't at the drive-in movie. They had enough plot in that scene to tell you what's going on. They checked into the hotel. The drive-in theater happened to be going on, but they were also going through the repair shop, getting all their vehicles repaired because, hail damage.
Obviously, they're not worried about fucking damage to the car, but I guess, sure, hail damage. But again, they Doppler radar fucking strapped to the top of a fucking RV or whatever, which stands for recreational vehicle, by the way. If you're actually Clark. Well, of course, Clark. But no, so they didn't go. No one. All the fucking storm chasers are the best fucking tornado people, twister people on the fucking planet. Supposedly, no one goes. Let's just let our guard down and let a tornado fucking creep up on us. But still, I mean, you know what? We'll take all that out. Still, at the end, when they rig all the little Dorothy balls with propellers on the top of them in like 2 hours. All of them. Of Dorothy, what? Is that 4? Is that Dorothy 4? Is that Dorothy 4? Yeah. Dreams work. So they get those on. You know what? I'll even overlook that. And they drive a truck into it. But then they run away from this giant fucking tornado that they can see. It's like being able to see a mushroom cloud from an atomic blast. And it's like, well, that looks bad. Well, it's like, oh, that hill right there, so it's not that bad. No, you're gonna fucking die.
I mean,
so they run away, and then they go into a
call out. Is like, that was the only thing I wanted to call out was the edge of the twister.
They flew. That fucking is that shed is ripping apart a fucking splitter with
one eyebrow go up and the other one doesn't.
He's Spock.
Or the Rock.
Do that. Or he's Rock. It's the people's brow. Oh, we can do them both ways.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, but the thing breaks apart around them and they just float in the air and she's like, oh, she comes in the middle of fucking the eyes like fucking Twister and the movie's fucking over.
Well,
it's fucking stupid.
They missed out on a good opportunity. But I will say that's my biggest plot hole is the big twister at the end when they drive the truck in and they jump out of the cars. And you talk about it be an F5. F5 doesn't mean like the wind is only happening like right on the edge of the tornado.
The wind is.
Yeah, I mean, like they're getting sucked the fuck in, like right where they're at. Anyway, but I would say they missed a good opportunity at the end. Like they should have started making out when they were like up in the air or other things. It is Helen Hunt.
Oh, she's still a pretty lady, even though she's older now. But
I wanted her just because I want her to get her lips injected because she's got like the tiniest lips I've ever seen in my life.
No, they're not the tiniest lips, but not every woman can have DSLs. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you can. Just get injected at the plastic surgery.
Show the camera.
I mean, I look normal.
I know you look normal. I'm just saying.
No,
You and your Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider.
bigger.
Well, oh my God, it's not at all.
Lips are tiny. It makes it look.
Huh? That's what your ex-girlfriend told you.
Oh my God! Just go. It's not rails, but
Casey Carter, do you have any plot holes before we go into final comments here?
No, I'm good.
I love how the host got right into the something else. Let's keep moving this along.
No, I'm good. I just have my quote.
I do.
I mentioned it.
I do have a question, so to say. Now, not as many as the next movie we're going to spend. It's going to be an hour. So, how do we actually feel about storm chasing? And I'll start this off with a little bit of story of my own. So, when I was a kid, we lived in a small town called Arab, Alabama. It's about an hour south of Huntsville, Alabama. But when I was a kid, like 5 or 6 years old, we actually had a tornado hit our house. We did the whole shuffle thing where wake up in the middle of the night, run down to the basement. It tore off like the front half of our house. So there's a lot of repairs and stuff, and very vivid memory for me. So it became like not an obsession, but it became kind of like a fascination for me that these storm chasers and stuff, and I've always wanted to go do it. But there's also this certain stupidity where people think, oh, you're driving towards a big tornado. It's like, hell yeah, I am. That's like the biggest adrenaline rush out there. So how do you guys actually feel about the whole activity of storm chasing?
I wouldn't do it. Whenever, we live here in Memphis, Tennessee, and whenever any kind of sirens go off, I go for cover. I'm not a storm chaser, if you will. I don't even like roller coasters.
It's a dumbass pursuit, but I will say that that what most people are doing it for, or at least what they're doing it for in the movie Twister, is to help the greater good.
Right, which I understand that. Like you're trying to help.
I can understand that, but at the same time, though, it's like your dumbass movie to the set. It's like cave spelunking. It's like why would you do that? I mean, it's like. It's
at
right
least this is trying to help someone.
It's right up there with like William Town, like Casey, I'm going to put this apple in my head, shoot it off with that bow and arrow, so you get better at the bow and arrow. Like it looked like you almost kind of took a shitty picture and said bow and arrow. Okay, never mind. You don't know how.
I'm not good at it.
I can tell.
You guys are so adorable.
Can I tell you a little something? When you said the name of your town in Alabama. It sounds like a very racist town in Alabama.
And
then, so I wrote it down and showed it to him.
Passed the note.
I passed the note.
Yep.
And Carter wrote, sounds like every town in Alabama.
It's Arab.
Yeah.
It sounds very racist.
Yep. It sounds like somebody that I've known that was country, and he's
no town lives here.
Well, it's Arab. Or he would say, Italian. Oh, this Italian motherfucker.
Name out of the Bible.
What is that? I'm aware of that. Sort of.
You didn't know that.
Have you met Southern people?
Arab?
I knew it. I went to Christian school.
I think that was weren't those Arab Beatles in the movie The Mummy? That's what they...
Oh, Lord.
Right. Carter closing.
Anywho.
It's so stupid with myself. I usually try to keep a straight face. I apologize to everybody.
I mentioned it earlier, so I'll make it quick so we can wrap this up. It's the cow thing, of course.
Cow.
Yeah.
Cow.
Hang on. I'm going
to
stop.
Oh, sorry. Cow.
Yeah. Cow.
Same
That's
cow.
Bill Paxton.
I'm be so drunk for Forrest Gump. It's going to be long.
That was Helen Hunt.
This could be great.
Bill Paxton. Actually, I think that was the same cow.
Okay, are you done now?
I'm done.
Okay.
How did you not? What? Frankie?
Time's up.
If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I would close comments. I mean, don't get me wrong, watch it. I actually, because I knew we were doing this thing, I asked a couple people about it. Someone told me it was their favorite movie ever.
Yeah,
Twister.
Hold
Twister.
on.
Dude,
Because
come
I
on.
remember you bitching about this several episodes ago. About this was someone's favorite movie. Like I can't fault it. It's not a terrible movie.
This fucking
movie ever?
Well, it's
Come
the same.
on.
It's the same way. It's a fucking Zagnut bar is your favorite kind of candy ever. Like a Zagnut bar.
That's like saying the Zero bar is your favorite candy.
That's what I mean.
Love yourself.
That's what I mean.
If Zero bar is your favorite candy, we're not friends.
There's someone out there. I'm in a Zero bar.
That's forever now. We've lost that sponsor forever now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're making candy bars anymore.
Well, here's the deal: is that we're gonna have to.
Because no one buys them because they fucking suck.
I'll supplement that $4 from that sponsor because I think they sell 4 Zagnut bars, Zero bars a year.
If we promote them, they're going to sell more.
Is that
I really don't think they make them anymore.
Closing comments, Mr.
And you, any closing comments?
You know, it does hold a little bit of sentiment in my heart because of that experience as a kid. But I've always enjoyed this movie. It scared me when I was young, but you know, I've always enjoyed it. I'll almost always rewatch it if it happens to be on. This is actually one that I don't even mind commercials and stuff in because you can have it on in the background.
Ooh, I was gonna.
It's okay. Your hands up.
No, just real quick, raise your hand if you saw it in the theater.
I think I did.
No.
You don't know.
No, I really do. I think I did. I think I went with my parents. I was a wee kid.
We child.
I was 5
we
when it
less.
came out, so that would be too young.
You're 5?
What year was it? I think it was like 12.
96. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw it in the theater.
I saw this in the theater because I think the first movie I remember was Empire Strikes Back. No, excuse me, Return of the Jedi. That was 83. I would have been 5.
A really good one to actually see in the theater, though.
I really do. I think that's probably why I like it because I did see it in the theater with my parents.
It's right up there.
I was 12.
It's right up there with you. It's right up there with your Jurassic Park shirt you have on in the theater. You know, and that's a great movie. Totally stupid. I'm not gonna rip that movie. Not now, obviously, but you know, even if we do it, I'm not gonna rip it. But it's a silly movie, but great movie. So much fun. So much fun. What? No, serious. Jurassic Park was really. I
love all the Jurassic Park.
We went and saw it when they re-released it in 3D. Hold on to your butts. Hey, a funny story. Also, we went to go see it back in stadium seating when they re-released it in 3D. 4 or 5 years ago now, whatever. And we went with Jordan went with us, and doesn't matter. Anyway, we took a whole bottle of Tito's into the movie theater, and we bought some Sprites, and we were pouring it. And fucking dumbass Jordan.
Oh, he dropped it, and it went.
And we were like 3/4 of the way up, and it went
so big.
Boom, boom, boom. The empty bottle rolled all. It missed.
Hey, at least it was empty, right?
Yeah, but somehow it went in between every seat for at least 8 fucking rows, and we were trying to laugh. We were like, "Oh yeah!" I mean, like it was just
at the scene here because I have a similar story. So me, Angie, Shannon, and what's Troy's fiance's name? Whatever her name is. Haley.
Haley. And there's no names here.
We all go see Winchester House at the movie theater in Collierville. And so Angie gets stopped at the door, and they check her purse, and she gets sent back to the parking lot because she's, you know, it's a course full of wine. And you know, I had a bottle of whiskey that was in my back pocket, like a pint. So anyway, we get in the movie theater, and you know, the whole, you know, there's action going on. So I was waiting for like a loud moment. So I was pouring myself a little whiskey drink in there, and then right when I start pouring is when it gets really quiet, and all you hear is a gluk 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 gluk. And like I hear this couple like 2 rows behind us just like bust out laughing. I was like, nothing to see here. Anyway.
Nothing to see here.
And Ange kept bringing
she did bring the wine in. She ended up putting it all in like coat pockets. It was pretty hilarious. And apparently Haley just can't do scary movies. That was pretty funny too. Anyway, so Twister, I would definitely suggest that you go watch Twister. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely rewatchable. Certainly one of our TNT hits. But thank you for joining Plot Off the Press this week. So please look us up on we don't have a Facebook yet. I don't think we probably will. But
Look us up on bourbon.com there, Taylor. How about that? Like, good Lord. Yeah, fairly.
I'm trying to figure out how to link up the Facebook and Instagram. I don't have Facebook, so it's gonna.
You need to hook up.
Anyway,
you post it on Pornhub because we'll probably get a lot of views.
But anyway, so we're on YouTube now. We get like 25 views. We are coming up in the world. Plot Off the Press on YouTube, and then on Instagram we are plot.off.the.press. And then if you look us up on Spotify, which I'm not up to date on Spotify. I'm dropping everything in, but we're also Plot Off the Press. So thank you for joining us, and good night.
Bye-bye.